Bill Burr in studio. Thank you, Eric.
Well,
nothing has changed here. We're talking about assholes. And
I came in. I didn't know that you guys were on a phone call.
On the phone. Yeah, we were all quiet.
And I came in like, hey, how's it going? And none of you guys were talking. I was just like, wow, there was some sort of rift. Must be some more contract negotiations going on here.
Oh, there's always some problem.
That was a story in New Mexico. Some guy got pulled over for rolling through a stop sign, and then the police and doctors were involved and checked his asshole. Like violated this guy for hours on end, trying to see if he had something up his ass. Because when
he was walking funny.
Yes,
yeah, he was clenched. He clenched a little bit, and
that was their cause.
They got a drug dog involved too, right?
Yeah,
and they smelled the seat and smelled drugs. So they're assuming that he had to have drugs up his ass. So they brought him to 2 different hospitals. The first hospital wouldn't do anything. Second hospital went all in.
If you shove your fingers up his ass, you're going to have to appear in court in the morning and show cause.
So they went X-ray. They went 2 exams with fingers, and then they did a colonoscopy, all to try to find the drugs on this guy. It was 14 hours.
Please tell me they found something.
No.
Yeah, a bunch of logs in a lawsuit. That's what they found.
And then they gave him enemas too, so he would shit, and then they went through his shit in front of him. They were all in for 14 hours. They fucked with this guy in his asshole.
14 hours, he's fucking.
And they found nothing. All because he rolled through a stop sign.
Jesus Christ.
That's a violation.
Wait a minute. Like, what sort of walk did this guy have?
He was clenching his cheeks.
You know, when you have your underwear around your ankles and you go over to the bathroom after rubbing one out?
Yeah.
Was he doing that walk?
That little penguin walk. And,
Sir, do you have something in your buttocks?
Or, you know, usually if you got to take maybe a dump, you'll clench.
That's going to be, I mean, I feel bad for the guy, but that's going to be a hilarious transcript where the defense prosecuting attorney is asking, what was your probable cause?
Yeah. He's clenching his buttocks, sir. Like, is something up there?
I don't know.
Yeah, that'll be a great court transcript. The stenographer just fucking.
By the way,
I don't have a key for
Richie
this.
Incognito. I tweeted this yesterday.
Yes.
That is the greatest WWF name never used.
Dude, right?
That is like a perfect manager.
Yes.
Before we bring out the Moondogs, Richie Incognito. And he always walks in as he's walking in the camera, he's putting on his sunglasses. Let me tell you something, McMahon. Come this Saturday night.
Incognito. I thought it was like a made-up name. Like it was like his football nickname.
Right.
But it turns out that's his real last name. Like he was born with that name.
Greatest.
He's a motherfucker.
Crazy name. What's a cool last name to have? But Incognito.
In the paper today, there's a writer saying that the NFL has to get rid of all the hazing now that the sports teams do.
This team is defending him. His teammates are defending him.
Because they understand the culture that this shit goes down.
They're like, these guys were friends. This guy was playing the voicemail for people. This guy's full of shit.
There's also another thing that says the coach was telling Incognito to kind of get on this guy, toughen him up or something.
Yeah. I never read of Mice and Men, but it seems like they got the big guy to do the job. Right. And he's like, okay, boss, that's all you effing N-word. Put your N-word in.
Yeah, totally.
In the back, I go, hey, Richie, easy.
Hey. Right. We meant, toughen him up, not fucking.
Don't try to convince him that hard.
Yeah.
I thought that's what you wanted.
He doesn't seem that smart in general, but...
The Adventures of Richie Incognito. I fucking love that name.
But bullying in the NFL, that's just insane. That headline alone is crazy.
It really is.
It seems like their hazing is just you go out to dinner with them and all of a sudden you're left with the check.
Right.
Oh, you guys.
Yeah.
You know, it's not like... hazing is what happened to that guy who got his ass searched.
That's hazing.
There you go. That's a nice hazing.
Back in the day, that was called pledging a frat.
Yeah.
All right, well...
The old football... Remember that football camp story with the pine cones?
We've told him on the air.
Oh, yeah.
I had to carry marshmallows
in his ass and drop it
him
on.
In a cup?
Drop them on the rival fraternity's fake fraternity house.
Was it like a little dollhouse you had to drop it on?
We had a bomb.
Pilot to Bombardier.
I'm scared to even mention
I not to do that.
I'm scared to mention the fraternities.
Did you spread the Bombay doors?
Because there's still guys out there, even though we're a lot older, that take this shit very seriously.
Okay, yeah.
And when I get with them, they look at me like, what the fuck, giving out our secrets?
Yuck.
Why don't you just show the handshake?
Right.
I never understood. That's why I never joined a frat. I never understood that.
Yeah.
It's like, you're going to do all that stuff to me, and then I'm going to hang out with you? Like, we're going to be friends? It's like, I want to kill you.
How could you respect the guy that just did all that? Like, now I want to hang with you after you carry those things in your asshole across the floor.
I made you do some fucking really kind of pseudo-gay thing. Yeah.
You're blindfolded a lot. That's how it works.
That's good.
So you have no idea which guys in the fraternity really hate you. It's kind of like Twitter with the fake names and shit. I'd have more respect if I didn't have a blindfold on, so I could see, these guys and their hate.
Yeah, grab the banana duty and we'll all spank you in a line, and then we want to hang with you. It's just creepy and fucking weird.
What's worse?
Well, the best one that made me laugh really hard. We were pledging, and all hell broke loose. And the problem in the fraternity house was that one of the Eggo pigs, one of the sorority girls, they were known for being the big girls on campus, took a shit in one of our bathrooms, and oh boy, we can't have that. So we had to go in there and fucking break down the shit.
But it wasn't really shit, was it?
Well, I mean,
probably not.
It all depends.
Sort of a shit batter.
If they liked you as a banana, if they liked you as a banana, if they didn't like you, one of the guys could get something done.
Did you guys ever read in Rolling Stone had that article? I think it was about Dartmouth. About pledging there. They have something up there that's called the Vomlet.
The Vomlet?
Oh, no.
I don't know if I can tell this story without gagging, but you know what an omelet is?
Of course.
Okay, and you know what that ingredient rhymes with? Vomlet, yeah. It's
yeah.
All the
so they make a vomit omelet?
Oh,
gross.
God damn it.
I knew a guy that used to eat people's puke.
Yeah.
He would eat people's puke out of fucking grass.
Do you guys still do the eggnog contest?
We haven't done that in quite some time. The lawyers, frown upon bodily fluids.
I'm telling you, dude, I'm coming up on 22 years in the business, and that is the most insane thing I've ever seen.
It was fucking crazy. That was crazy. Yeah.
I wish I knew that. I realized that I was on the top of the mountain that day.
The pinnacle.
That was the pinnacle, because it kind of slowly went away after that.
Rogan was the one who took it to the next level.
The Baby Bird thing. We thank Joe Rogan for that one.
Yep.
Hey, the football thing there with Incognito. What's worse, though? Somebody spouting off some fucking slurs, or the fact that Tony Dorsett can't even recognize himself anymore. Did you hear about that?
Oh, no.
He's fucking like...
When did this come out?
I was listening to the news this morning. They had him talking, and it's like he can't speak. He can't even fucking... He looks in the mirror and doesn't know himself, and fucking... He's just like...
Oh, no.
This is why the NFL...
And it's all the head injuries.
Yeah, but don't celebrate after a touchdown.
Yeah, that's the important thing.
Thank God they have their priorities in order.
Do you know
how old is Dorsett? Can't be more than 60, 65?
He's 59.
Wow.
But at every point they try to make things like a little safer, the fans get mad. Like if they say something like no head on heads, everyone's like, what, you bunch of faggots?
Yeah.
No head on heads.
But it's them out there. They're not robots. They're real people.
They know all those hits are causing some major issues.
Yeah.
You know who
these
amazed
guys
me
when they get older.
Was Jim McMahon, because Jim McMahon can't drive anymore because he can't find his own house, and I don't ever remember. I don't ever remember seeing him. Taking a lot of...
Taking hits like that. Yeah,
maybe he's just dumb.
Well, what do they say about...
That headband was too tight. Cut off the circulation.
He used to headbutt the lineman after touchdowns.
Wow, Dorsett, where's the video?
I heard it on 1010 Wins this morning, and they had some audio of him talking about how he can't fucking...
Could you find that?
Remember shit.
We all remember Tony Dorsett.
Oh, my God, I love them. Some of my idols.
He was a rock star.
Yeah.
Yep. Maybe head injuries.
Yeah, this should be it.
This is
In
it.
his Hall of Fame career, Tony Dorsett experienced moments of glory. He also took blows to the head. The worst one, he says, was a violent hit in a Cowboys-Eagles game in 1984.
It reminded me of a Mack truck.
Oh, shit, he looks
hitting
horrible.
a Volkswagen. I mean, he just blew me up.
Did they call it a concussion?
No, they call that a knockout.
Dorsett says he doesn't know how many concussions he suffered during his 12 years in the NFL. But he says they were numerous, and he still deals with the consequences.
My memory, it's getting worse and worse as the days go by. My short-temperedness, I'm really short-tempered. It gets worse. Well, here, let me show you.
Dorsett, who turns 60 next April, says he is prone to outbursts at his wife and daughter.
Right.
It's painful, man. For my daughters to say they're scared of me.
Oh, boy. Jeez.
Wow, man.
Poor Tony Dorsett. This is depressing. I don't want to see this. This is depressing.
We did it to Bill Burr again.
Do you wonder if he's doing anything else though? Does he drink at all, or is it just from this?
Have you found yourself dealing at all with depression?
I've been diagnosed as being depressed, yes, and I'm like, I'm in denial. I said, I'm not depressed. What are you talking about? Clinically, I'm depressed.
At his lowest moments, Dorsett says he has thought about suicide.
You know, I've thought about crazy stuff. Sort of like
nuts.
Yes, he does.
Why do I need to go?
Boy, that family must walk on eggshells around him.
Yeah.
I mean,
okay, Tony.
Don't ever say Emmett.
I'm too smart of a person. I like to think to take my life, but it's crossed my mind.
Jeez.
You can see my front lobes.
Dorsett says he wanted answers that could explain his symptoms.
Dude, shut it off. Dude, you know the NFL settled.
Sam.
Settled for
You want to pause that? Sam?
But
for nothing, really.
Yeah, and part of their settlement is all the information that they had throughout the years
Goes away. Yep.
Scumbags.
Yep.
Fucking
They got away.
scumbags.
They got away with murder. What did they had to pay out $700 million? Was that the number?
Yeah, it came out
which
to
was
like
nothing for them.
yeah, like
Inconsequential.
something, $10,000 a guy,
Something like that.
pathetic.
Some ridiculous,
Righteous
pathetic
bucks.
number. And then all the research and all the info they had. Yep, they don't have to show anyone. They know what this is doing to these players.
Tony Dorsett.
All these English people who give me shit saying rugby's tougher.
Yeah.
This is. I want to see. I don't want to see this in their sport because they actually lead with the show. And I'm not saying rugby guys aren't tough, but they always say, "Oh, that you bunch of pussies with your fucking helmets." Like, when you wear like helmets and stuff, you feel invincible. But
It doesn't matter. It's
You
not
hit harder because you have a helmet on.
Yeah, but
and-
your brain, there's no way to stop that brain from slamming around.
Your brain is slamming around in your skull. It doesn't matter that you're not making contact on the top of your head
It
or
protects
that.
your skull.
It protects your skull and your scalp and whatever. But the brain is still fucking,
There's some room in there, no matter what.
Yeah.
If you shake an egg carton, the shit inside the eggs is still going fucking all over the
That's
place.
what the brain is.
I love it. Those four dummies. It took us that long just to get to an analogy that works.
Right.
I was so happy when you picked up my slop where I was like, helmet is
Helmet head.
Yeah, that's why my nickname. I'm the master of egg examples.
Every example.
My new headshots.
Every analogy is just an egg example for you. How sad is Tony Dorsett laying out his CAT scans on his table, explaining his frontal lobe?
He looks frightening.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to be in the
Dude,
same
it's
room
just
with
like
that
boxing.
guy.
It's towards the end of the career you take those blows.
Right.
There was one on Ali right before he fought Larry Holmes. Dude, he is like sounds like he's drunk. He's like slurring his word already, and then he took that. I mean, took that beating. That
sound
I
thrashing.
I would have died.
That bad mustache he had in that fight. It was a weird fight. Yeah. And 10 rounds. I think Larry Holmes cried after that because he didn't want to hurt Ali.
Oh yeah, he kept looking at the ref like,
just stop this damn thing.
Yeah,
stop the fight.
And that's why Ali is how he is today. No doubt in my mind.
Yeah, that's a big part of it, man. He took some
major
he hit some
part.
fucking big punchers. Ali took some big punches.
Yeah.
15 rounds with fucking Norton.
Bill Burr's in town to play the Beacon Theater. You don't need to sell tickets, obviously.
Friday night. Yeah.
Bill's got 2 shows Friday night.
2 shows Friday night at the Beacon Theater. I'm going to the Late Show. I gotta see Bill Burr. Yeah. And then we saw the Heat the other day. Finally. I wrote
hilarious.
It made me want to see you more in the movie.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
You killed it in every scene you were in.
That when she first walks in and you're just going off about how she should arrest each of the people for what they did, I was fucking dying.
Oh, yeah.
I hate that you come in here now and I gotta be like, oh, it's Bill, this fucking movie guy now.
It's the same
It's not just some
jerk-off
dick bag that used to just fucking knock around the clubs.
But even the subtle stuff at the end of the movie when you're like, hold it up! Hold it up!
Oh, hold up the gun. Well, Paul Feig, the guy who directs, he just lets you go. Like he does.
Obvious.
He does like 5 minutes. When we were sitting at the table, there's so much stuff that he couldn't put in that I think will be on like the DVD extras or whatever. Because believe me, dude, like I am just a stand-up comic, and those all were actors. improv actors. I was just trying to keep up, honestly. Like some of the stuff. Well, in the final edit, they made me look good, but I'm telling you, there was stuff I was just like, gee, I can't keep up with you guys.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Well, it didn't come across like that at all.
Yeah, no,
man.
they were. Yeah.
How's Melissa McCarthy?
Oh, dude, she's the best.
Yeah.
She's such a sweetheart, and she's like honestly, like stand-up comic funny.
Right.
Like just in between takes, just when she would tell stories, we were trading stories about bombing. She told some story about, I don't know, some sketch she was doing, and it was going so bad. It was her and somebody else, and she just looked at the other guy right in the middle of the sketch, was just like, I'm out of here. And she did this backwards somersault through the curtain and just left the guy there. And the way she said, I'm sorry, like, I'm out of here. She said it like, I'm sorry to do this to you, but she also knew the funny, and like, I was thinking, like, that's something Norton would do to me.
Right.
And,
oh, that's great.
So Patrice,
just bail.
would do something like that. And just left him out there and was behind the curtain just laughing her ass off.
Fucking
and like,
funny, man.
I mean, that's something, if somebody ever did that to me when I was 80, I would still bring that up to him, just dying laughing. So that was,
that's goddamn funny.
That's really funny.
Backwards.
And then Sandra Bullock, and obviously that's when you were in the tabloids with her, that nonsense. That was the movie you guys were filming.
About that. She laughed about that.
They were trying to link Bill Burr and Sandra Bullock.
Yes, that's
there was not 1 ounce of truth.
No, I know.
In that.
No, we went over this with you.
Yeah, it was funny.
I know.
We were in the movie together, but
yeah,
she was great too, because when we did the scene at the table, like we were doing these 5-minute takes, and we were basically just going off on her. And you felt bad after a while because it was just a one-way kind of thing.
Right.
Or she's just like, no, I am a woman. And everyone was just sitting there going, and she was so cool, and she was laughing about it, and like, wasn't...
you a boy or a girl?
Special, like retarded?
Yeah, like retarded. We don't use that word.
Yeah. Yeah, I was, fooled him again.
Yeah.
Somehow got in that one, I don't know.
Fooled him again.
What we have to break, but Bill Burr's here. How long we got you for, Bill?
Till about 10. I'm going to the end of the show.
Nice, perfect.
Yeah.
Beautiful. All right.
That's going to stop
Bill doesn't
soon.
change. No, I don't think so. They would suck at Bill to be out in 20 minutes. Like, I gotta go.
Oh, they're telling us you gotta go, Bill. You got other stuff to promote and do. And
the dad come in here with written a book of.
Yeah. Well, I got my the trials and tribulations of being Burr.
I don't know how you do that. If I had to write a book about my life, it would be like 8 pages long. There's no way I could like try to flesh it out. Like, it was an autumn morning. It's just like. I was born in Massachusetts. I sucked in school, and I became a comic. Here I am.
The cover would be Bill with his hands out, and the book is called Bill Burr, How I Did It.
Oh, my God. Bill Burr, so far.
Yeah.
That's terrible.
I take the terrible, awful things in my life.
Yeah. And,
right. All right, we're going to catch up.
I learned to forgive myself.
Oh, God.
We're going to catch up with Bill after these messages. Stay there.
The Opie and Anthony Show.
Jimmy's a picture guy, though.
Yeah, no,
You're
but
a picture guy.
I am a picture guy, but I'm listening to Bill tell the Rich Voss, Don Cheadle story.
That's a great story.
You gotta have Voss tell it.
Well, let's get him on the phone, man.
When you meet somebody
Call
and
up
they
Rich
ask for a
Voss.
picture, do you lose status with them? And sometimes you do, but I've enough people who have been on this radio show, sat where Bill is sitting, and then I see them a month later, and they have no idea we've ever met. So I'm like, even a real interaction, and I give them a great interview, and it means nothing. So my interaction with them don't mean anything anyway.
But look, I think if you come in and do a radio show,
It's
they
different
have the banner in the background. Like, you want to, it's part of the whole promoting whatever the project you're doing. That's different. But I'm just saying, like,
it's an event. He's playing golf with the guy.
Yeah.
Well,
Voss probably asked like a dummy,
Wow.
too. Okay. You gotta say it like, hey, man, let's take a picture together. I mean, you had to make it look like two pals instead of,
They turned him into a zoo animal.
Bill Burr. There was a couple things. There's so much stuff we
Rolling
already
Stone
did,
magazine.
but we didn't do it for the people. Rolling Stone magazine. First of all, someone's got to say it. Did you? When does this come out?
What's that?
The Rolling Stone article.
He's like, what's that? I don't know.
This month.
The headline is Bill Burr's the new Louis C.K.
Damn.
Brutal.
That's great, dude.
That was embarrassing. I feel bad for Louis. That was really insulting to him. I just did, I did Kamau's show last night, the Totally Biased, and they brought that up, and I kind of broke it down how, I put out a special every other year. Louis does one basically every year and writes, acts, and directs, and arguably the funniest show on TV. I couldn't be any further. I was so insulting to him.
The new Louis C.K.
Yeah, and they're writing about it like he's not at the top of the heap like he was 10 years ago. I'm sure that they meant it in a complimentary way. Maybe I'm just
but it's
looking at it in a negative way. But it was just
awkward.
Can I just...
Can I just be Bill Burr?
I would have been happy with dancing clown Bill Burr. Just
still cool as hell.
It is cool. Yes, it is.
It's easier to take a negative comparison and get mad about it than take a positive one and feel honored. Like, if they would have said Bill Burr, he's the new fucking Albert DeSalvo. What the fuck? I never killed anybody. Fuck them.
Yeah.
But it's like Louis is a great compliment then.
Yeah. I don't want to lose him. We got Voss on the line.
Okay.
And then we'll go back to Bill Burr and Rolling Stone and some other, and we're going to talk about The Color Pink and Cars.
Oh, yeah.
God, Bill gives us a lot of fucking material. I don't know where to go next. Rich.
Hey, how's it going?
Hi, Bill Burr was just telling the Don Cheadle story. Sort of. I want you to tell it.
What happened was I was at a golf course.
I wish you met him while you were buying donuts in the same place he was.
Boogie Nights.
Yes.
And so it was, I guess, during Last Comic or whatever, and the director of Last Comic Standing was good friends with Don Cheadle. I mean, they play golf all the time. So Don Cheadle's finishing up his round. I'm giving a start mine, and he comes up to me. He goes, "Hey man, you're really funny. I like you. You're really good on this show." And I said, "Oh, okay, thanks." And I go, I like the couple things you did, and then like a minute, he's getting ready to leave. I go, "Can I take a picture with you?" And he went from entertainment peer. I went from entertainment peer to fat female groupie.
Oh man,
his face just dropped okay.
He thought he thought he was having a moment with just another guy playing golf, and then he realizes the entire time you guys were playing golf, you were just waiting for the moment to ask him for a picture like a little fanboy.
Yeah, and the thing is, then I saw him at the Oscars, and he
asked for a video.
Could you introduce my podcast?
I asked if I could sit next to him when they go through his nomination for Hotel Rwanda. But no, he kind of there goes that fucking groupie again. And I don't know, Norton does it with anybody that's done from Red Eye and up.
Are you mad that I haven't asked you yet?
Can I have fingerprints, whatever? And he has no problem with it, And the one time I did it twice in my life. 3 times. I went to Kareem Abdul-Jabbar to get Norton in order.
Kareem Abdul.
We don't know who Kareem Abdul-Jabbar is.
I do.
That must have been brutal because I've heard that he's not the most cordial guy.
No, he's absolutely not.
Well, I walked up to Walt Frazier at a Knick game. He was there, and I go, "Can you sign this hat?" I handed him the marker the wrong way, and I got it all over his hand.
Lucky it was him. He didn't notice.
He was so pissed off, right?
That's great. What an ass.
It's like after shows, people go, "Can I take a picture with you?" And they come up to you, and they don't know how to fucking work their iPhone.
It drives me nuts. Yeah.
Look, can you fucking take the picture? I'm trying to sell CDs, okay? Obviously, I didn't hit bonus, so I need to make some kind of fucking money. And you and your fat fucking chick take the picture and move on, right? How hard is it to work a camera, okay? If there was a car wreck, you'd have no problem videoing it and fucking putting it on Instagram.
I'm just picturing Rich coming up to Walt Frazier's waist and just handing him
the marker.
Sharpie like a shank.
Oh, God. And ink all over his fingers.
He was so mad, and what I really wanted to say is, look, just sign the fucking hat, because, all right, nobody cares about you anymore, and to me, you aren't half as good as Walt Monroe anyhow.
Why are you mad at him?
Wow,
Because you put ink on him and he didn't like it, and you're mad at him.
I loved Earl Monroe too, but fucking Frazier blew him away.
Are you kidding me? You thought Frazier was better than Earl Monroe?
Absolutely. Earl Monroe is a great schoolyard player, of course. But I think Frazier was better, yeah.
No. I think Frazier was a good, setup guard. But Earl Monroe was more fun to watch.
He was the point guard, of course.
I think we're getting off course here.
Yeah,
My goodness.
Okay.
We had Dr. J in yesterday, Rich Voss. What do you think of him?
Hey, Rich, who'd you like better, Otto Graham or Red Grange? How fucking old are you?
That's why I watch basketball, How old am I? I'm quite old, Billy, and you shouldn't talk to your elders that way, okay?
Dude, I'm right behind you, man.
You got a couple good years, okay? And it's gonna fucking end. Believe me, it's gonna end. It's like your first fucking run where you had that dumb sitcom with Molly Ringwald. You're walking around New York like you're the biggest.
Jesus, Rich. Jesus.
Wow. Stop vomiting all your secret resentment.
Yes.
I'm just trying to show this boy a little reality. It all fucking ends, okay?
Wow.
So just have your shit in place, and remember, we were your fucking friends. All right?
Dude, you sound like somebody in a county bar.
Quit having these fucking guys.
Hey, don't forget where you came from.
Yeah.
Okay?
Don't go changing on us. Listen, Rich, I'm going to have my assistant send you my new cell phone number.
Oh, please get one just to do that.
Okay.
All right, Rich.
All right, Rich. Thank you, brother.
Okay.
I just realized
We'll see you soon, buddy.
how unsanitary an apple is. I tried to be healthy, and I said, yeah, can I have an apple? I didn't even see the assistant. I just see somebody's hand coming, trying to be, health conscious, as daintily holds it with two fingers and then sets it down on this table that God knows how many whores have sat on. It's just like, is it worth?
You're eating the wrapper.
Yeah.
It's like an apple comes in the wrapper. You're eating the fucking wrapper.
Do you wash it first? Always wash your apple.
You gotta go wash it.
Where am I going to wash it?
Take a
bathroom. Always wash your apple.
In the public bathroom.
right there.
Yeah,
Take a bottle of water and just dump some water over the apple.
Hey, how about
over the garbage
survival
can.
course?
Why not?
Jesus.
How about I just get one at the grocery store that's already been sneezed on?
Yeah, exactly.
You're a big sports guy. We did have Dr. J in. You know that he was.
I miss everything.
1987 is when he leaves the NBA.
Kenny's
gonna take care of it for you.
He just alleviated it.
He washes it, that skin between his balls and asshole. He polishes it right there.
Paints it right up.
You know he only had $9 million when he left basketball.
What did he make a year?
So in '89.
Yeah.
He just missed the huge contracts. I think his best year he was making a couple
$2
mil.
mil or something like that.
2 to 3 mil tops. He just missed out on those massive contracts.
Dude, he's a
Dr.
really
J.
gracious guy when it comes to photos and all. I think just about everybody I know has met him. Great guy, he gave me a picture, blah blah blah, and I've never met that guy.
Yeah. He and he gave away a lot of money apparently.
Friends and
And then
People would ask him for cash and like
business deals.
Well, he was also. I mean, he was he was Jordan before Jordan. Like he brought the game above the rim and all, and like, but it was right before the, I guess Bird Magic.
right?
Yeah.
they were both rookies when he talked about them being rookies and coming in.
He was just at the end when
Just
those
missed
guys
it.
were really taking off, and then Jordan, of course. And another guy that had no money was Bobby Orr. You should know the Bobby Orr story, right? He when he left
his manager robbed him.
totally fucked the guy. Bobby Orr,
a horror story.
Some would argue the greatest.
He was a good basketball player.
Obviously, right up there, greatest hockey player of all
Wayne
time.
Gretzky says he's the best.
Yeah, absolutely. He says that he had no money. He got completely ripped off.
Yeah, no, it's brutal. I hate what. That's why when I used to watch those behind the musics, I used to study those, and you got the through line of how you get fucked over. And one of the things I learned: never sign over power of attorney. Like I cringed. How many comics do you know that have? I got a business manager. I haven't paid a bill in years, and it's just like, well, I hope you got a good one.
Or you only give them access to one account, and you know how much is in that account, or you just have them send you the checks and you sign them. They
sign all checks.
Sign all your own checks.
Fuck that.
That's why
because you never know when they go bad. They could have started out as a good guy, but
Yeah.
then some weird thing happens in their lives, and then they get desperate.
Yeah.
What's his face? Vanilla Ice has one of the best behind the musics because he kept his money. So his is easy to watch, where he talks about the rise and the fall and everything as he's sitting there with his pool behind him.
Because he's still got cash,
and he's also like a businessman. He's got the construction business. His was my favorite because I don't want to see the guy, putting up billboards and whitewashing a fence or something. I want to see you still have your money.
Who's the guy recently we talked about that runs a UPS store?
Oh, it was one of the singers from...
It killed us.
Yeah. He's a singer from... Someone will get it on Pal Talk here in no time.
And our fans go into the UPS store, not because they're fans of that guy, but because they need their package to be sent out. And it's this guy that used to be pretty damn famous.
Oh, no.
It wasn't insane.
Well, it's even worse than that. Now, working at there's probably people listening who work at a UPS store.
Yeah.
We're like, oh, God, how does he do it? I guess it's because you were in this other place, but, like... I don't know. I guess I'm trying to spin it in a positive way.
No, they know they're in a shitty... No one at a UPS store thinks they're fucking a chase manager. They all know what they're doing.
No one's got it online?
The reference points.
No, I'm very surprised. It was like a fucking... it was some 80s band.
Didn't some band... a singer went and saw him... He was... Fuck, dude, not Duran Duran. He was...
The guy came to his door, and it was like, hey... You're the guy from
whatever
band. I don't know.
But Bobby Orr, had no... How did he make his money then? Because he's doing okay.
I would say personal appearances and that guy. He's one of those guys that's just like timeless. Like everybody's gonna
always want to see
him like the greats in that game. Dude, by the way, hockey is just the greatest sport ever. I was watching Game 6 of the World Series. I was such a bandwagon Red Sox fan. Like the first 2 games I watched this year was in Game 1 and Game 2.
Really?
I got with all the roids, the pink hats, and it just wasn't the team that I came up with. It was just baseball was. Look, I always use A-Rod as the thing when I would watch roids on ESPN. It was like A-Rod went from this rookie sensation to he's one of the great shortstops potentially of all time, and then he's a cheater, blah 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 blah. He's a piece of garbage, and then he comes back, and then they're like the countdown to 600 home runs, and it's just like it's like what side of the fence are you on with this guy? And then he became a cheater again. I was just like so I kind of got away. So anyways, I'm watching Game 6. And we're up like 4-1, and I still switched over and I watched the Penguins Bruins, which was one of the best regular season games I've seen in a long time. And just like right as I put it on, there was a fight off of the face-off, and one of the guys in the Penguins, he's one of those guys who gets into fights, and he's looking away and he's like smiling, like total psycho. I think Pascal Dupree pulled a tooth out of his mouth. You saw that?
Yes, I did.
Didn't miss a shift.
Right.
And it was just was way more exciting.
The tooth was in the way, so he just pulled it out.
An October regular season game was way more exciting than Game 6 of the World Series.
I wish I want to love hockey.
Have you ever gone to a hockey game?
No.
See, that'll turn you.
I went last night. It was.
You went to the rain. How's the new Madison Square Garden?
It's pretty cool. It's cool, but I'm a sentimental jackass. I want to be. No, have it still look like when Zeppelin was here.
Right.
But the up top, they still have the iconic roof. But I kind of like what they did. It reminds me of the Superdome in New Orleans. Like they redid that one. I went to that one 2 times before they redid it, and it was cool in an old sort of dumpy way. But now that's one the Superdome now is like one of the best arenas in the league.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah, no, it's awesome.
Once they pull a body off the fucking 20-yard line, they have to really soup the joint up.
At that point, you kind of got to redo the whole building.
You got to spray wash the whole place.
Get that smell out of there. Right. But yeah, I like it.
But they have those glass seats or whatever that are above the ice or the court at Madison Square Garden. I still don't understand how that works.
Did
you see it?
I had really good seats. I was at that level where you're in the middle of the ice and you're just above the board, so you could potentially get killed by a puck.
Right, yeah.
So I was really paying attention because
you weren't looking around.
Because I was not going to be that guy.
Oh man,
texting or looking. I did look up and I noticed that the levels were different. But I mean, I grew up in Boston, so I've been to Madison Square Garden, but not as much as a New Yorker who would remember.
Right. Okay.
I knew it was different. But I liked it.
Getting nailed by a puck would be fucking terrible. That's gotta
be horrible.
That's gotta be worse than a baseball or worse than
getting hit by a puck with equipment on is that's no picnic.
Right.
Really?
And
No.
then you're just sitting in the stands, not
taking
looking.
a puck in the skate. It's like if like a guy like Chara, they said it's like getting shot by like a .38 caliber. Like your bones can shatter in your foot. So there's actually this guy makes these things called skate fenders.
Yeah.
That you put on. So any hockey players out there, if if the dream has died and you're still playing pickup hockey and you don't want to limp into your cubicle,
Get those.
I wear them when I play.
Yeah, was it like Kevlar? Fucking.
They're just piece of plastic, like that area, and then the back of your calves. Like once a game, somebody gets slashed. It seems to the back of the calf, and then the announcer always says, "I'll tell you, there's not a lot of protection back there." Everyone is just like, "Well, why don't you make some?"
Yeah, how about
it's time to make some?
Yeah, why don't we patent like a 360-degree like protection? Because there's also times you're following your guy down the ice and somebody's like trying to shoot it into the zone, and you'll get hit in the back of the leg.
Oh shit! Yeah.
Yeah, and when you bruise in your 40s, that thing lasts for like 3 months.
It doesn't go away as fast.
Turns fucking black and yellow and purple.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Jesus
I fell
Christ.
on a rock hiking in Boulder, Colorado, dude, and somebody said it looks like you got hit by a fastball. And it bruised so bad, the middle of it it was black. It was black, and the middle never went fully purple. It was just this disgusting, like, yellow. I can't. It looked like I got shot or something.
Holy fuck!
We got to go all in with stem cells because now that I have kids, I mean, a kid will heal in one day. It is creepy to watch a kid heal.
Oh yeah, no.
We got to go all in.
Like vampire
They're
healing.
like X-Men, absolutely.
Like Wolverine healing, yeah.
They could get a fucking bump on their head, and by dinner it's gone, and they're completely...
All I know is if I have any sort of problem, the new place that seems to go, where all the athletes are going, is you go to Germany.
The blood thing.
Dana White
The
told
blood
us about
thing in
that place.
Germany.
Yeah, Rogan was telling me about that. And
Dana White told us about it, and Kobe Bryant has gone there. They spin your blood. And
Rogan's doing something. He said he got a bunch of blood pulled.
What was his injury?
Because he's having it spun. He didn't have an injury. He was just like...
No, he did.
Did he?
He had,
he must have.
I don't want to talk out of school. Ask him. He had some sort of, I can't forget what, some sort of bulging
did he?
disc.
Or is it one thing like how you get medical marijuana? You're just like, yeah, I'm injured.
They probably want to see how a person
Spin my
can survive with that much fucking pot in his system. This is not normal. A person can function and do a podcast and have a career with this much dope in
To be
him.
that cerebral.
And
He really like knocks down all stereotypes.
Oh, yeah. Of the brawny guy, yeah.
Yeah, the brawny, well-read guy that
Right.
can converse. Renaissance man.
Yes, a Renaissance man, and he could just pick up a boulder as he's doing it.
Yeah, with a pot, like, lollipop in his mouth.
But then you see him in his private life, he's just shitting his plants and he's banging blocks up and down.
Gotta come out somehow, right?
Yeah, just making that noise, soiling himself, just shitting his plants.
He was telling me about, like, Peyton Manning. I think Peyton Manning went out there. Like, I'm really kind of talking out of school.
Yeah, no, a lot of the
because I don't know,
athletes
like,
go
In
there.
Germany.
And like the Colts just got rid of him, like the way the Raiders got rid of Bo Jackson. Where like it's like, are you sure you know what they're doing? And then like Bo Jackson was done. It's like, wow, he must have just had it. The Colts did the same thing with Peyton Manning. And Peyton Manning, you come back and you're like brand new.
That's fucked
I mean,
up.
I'm sure he's still like hurts like hell after the end of the games, but like I don't know. He does not look like he had some sort of potentially career-ending injury.
Huh.
I don't want to jinx the guy either.
That's fucked up, man.
How are your
How that
Patriots
works.
getting the job done this year, though?
Tom Brady is having one of the best years of his career, and like he has that thing where he makes people around him better.
Better, right.
The thing that I would say a guy like Kobe doesn't do.
No,
As great as Kobe is.
Well, we got one of those guys on our team, Carmelo Anthony. Doesn't make anyone better around him. We're never going to win a championship with him. And the
you
Knicks
think so?
they're having a horrendous season too. Fuck them. Fuck the Knicks.
You know what kills me though? Because Celtics finally won last night. They're 1-4. So when they were 0-4, I'm already looking at next year's draft. I'm like, all right, I'm trying to get a positive. Like, okay, so maybe there's some beast coming out. And I looked up Sports Illustrated's top 10 NBA draft picks for next year, and 8 out of 10 are freshmen. And then the other 2 are sophomores because everybody comes out now. So basically the senior and junior classes have been so like just pilfered that there's nobody left in those. And I remember back in the day, guy would come out 4 years under Coach K, and you had such a foundation that or Dean Smith and all those great coaches back in the day. Now they're just coming out like you're basically going to draft a 19-year-old who 24 months earlier was playing in high school, and this is the guy who's supposed to go out there and go up against Tim Duncan,
right?
Who's not going to school him, 26 ways to Sunday, however that fucking expression goes.
One more thing about sports, and then can move on to other things. By the way, Bill Burr playing the Beacon Theater this Friday.
Can I talk about that Flyers goalie incident?
I didn't see.
They're making all that big deal about it. The goalies fought.
Right.
One didn't want to fight.
Weren't we talking about that when
that
the
was
goalies
another
went at
one.
it? Oh, it was.
We have the whole thing on
It's hilarious when
goalies fight. It's like how can you be mad at a guy that is all the way on the other side,
further away from each other?
Had no incident.
Yeah.
No, but everybody's talking. Like whenever an incident like that happens, all the people who don't watch hockey come out of the woodwork.
Right.
To talk about what's wrong with the sport and what they should do to improve the sport so that they can then continue to not watch hockey. It drives me up the wall.
Yeah, then they go away.
And the thing is, though, if you watch that brawl at full speed, it doesn't look that bad. You slow it down, it looks like Passion of the Christ.
I'm out of this one. I didn't see this.
It's just a classic line brawl. There's Simmons holding his own against the bruiser.
Wilson, who can really throw him.
Oh, yeah, but kids are going to see this.
Wasting the length of the ice. Ray Emery is challenging Opie. Opie's saying, no, I don't.
Opie's like the European guy, like, I don't want to do this, man.
He's going to try to keep
But what problem do these two guys have?
No, they talked a lot of shit before the game.
Oh, okay.
Right hand straight. He's hammering away.
Wow.
On Opie. Capitals not coming to his aid at this point.
Wow.
Emery is
He's getting whipped.
his way with Opie.
All right, now look at him at the end of the fight.
Well, this has been going on. There's been a lot of
Oh, shit. They're down.
And it's
All right.
anything but friendly.
Oh,
And this is
another
going
one
to break
going
down now.
now as
This is awesome.
is trading with Alexi, and now Shen going at it as well with Urbom, and it's a line brawl for sure here at Wells Fargo Center.
I love the lefts. I love the lefts that when they're grabbing the jersey and you get those little ones in.
Those pokes.
Yeah.
Do these guys not like each other?
Everybody tangled up right here.
God.
It's great.
How can you not
Basically,
like
the
this?
Flyers were losing 7-0.
Right.
Shen goes down as Urbom winds up.
So what's the problem?
Top of that scuffle.
They're saying that Emery went down. He should be in jail for what he did. And
Oh, God, please.
right.
Is he going to be
Well, what they
suspended
do
or
is
any of that shit?
they show him punching the guy in the back of the head, basically
know.
donkey punching him. But they kept showing it in slow motion. And even I, as a hockey fan, was like, "Oh my God, that's horrible." And I watched it fast motion. I was just like, "Oh, that's just kind of awesome."
Right.
Aggressive.
Oh, that's awesome. God, I love hockey.
Yeah, man, I like that part of it. Wow, that was a good knockdown.
Oh, the hits in hockey are just amazing.
Is that how it started right there?
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
So Wayne
great.
Simmons is more like a finesse player. So.
Right, he doesn't fight usually.
So this is how you psych your team up.
Who's the tougher, the guy in the orange right there?
No, the other
Why?
guy.
Because he's black?
Was he black?
Yes.
Oh.
Simmons is black.
Yeah, so
I mean, they were already not fighting way down. I mean, each team has,
that's what I'm saying.
one
It's
guy
like
now,
pedestrian.
maybe two guys?
They've incorporated like that no-touch icing now. The game is
Don't fuck with it.
One of the best it could ever be.
Just don't fuck with it. Leave it alone.
Yeah, I'm sick of these people who like keep lying that if they did this, this, and this, I would watch. It's like you wouldn't.
No,
Dude, those are some execution-looking blows that he was doing to the back of his head. He's like, got him on his knees, and he's like,
right,
finish him. That's like one of those
Did you
fucking
guys see,
moves.
did you guys see the brawl at the Red Sox parade?
No, I heard about that.
Oh my God. That's one of those YouTube videos where you have to sign in and just say, "Are you 18?"
Oh wait, is that the one where the guy gets fucking like stomped on the head?
Oh, it's brutal
and shit.
What was the problem there?
Oh, it's just
just that the Red Sox won.
Is it some way?
No, it has nothing to do with it. That's why I love people. Oh, real classy, Boston. Way to keep it classy. It's like, yeah, okay, New York, Philly,
right? Like you wouldn't do the same shit.
Yeah,
right.
I always feel safe when I walk around, in those cities. Come on. It's basically, it's one of that awful thing where two people are fighting and it's basically why you never get into a street fight, because there's no rules, there's no third man in, there's no time limit, there's no refs, there's no illegal moves. It's just like
everything goes.
It's like you're winning a fight and all of a sudden somebody just from behind punches you in the head.
You don't even know what happened.
You're knocked out, there's no ref to wave it off.
So somebody can step on your head.
And you don't ever do this.
Oh, this is how injuries happen.
Is this the one where the black guy gets punched? Is it the one where the black guy gets knocked out?
I hope not.
I saw. Yeah, he gets knocked out, and then a white guy gets knocked out.
There's this one guy in a green shirt who knows his role.
Yeah.
He realizes he's not the one-on-one guy, so he keeps doing these giant circle loops. And I think he wore his sneakers out.
Is he with any of them, or just being a scumbag?
Shit.
I have no idea, but all these guys are going to get caught.
Is this it?
Yeah, this is several KOs and curb stomping.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And then they're going to attribute it to Red Sox fans, which is funny because I don't know what we are at this point. Do we wear pink hats?
What is it? Yeah.
I can't see, Sam. Make it bigger.
Oh, yeah. There we go. What's that guy got a frying pan? What the fuck is going on? It's the guy in the green.
Okay, that guy.
There's a chick trying to keep one of the guys
chicks
down.
Are brave, man.
Chicks are stupid. They really are dummies.
Here we go.
All right, and two guys fighting. Brawl going on. And now you got 3-on-1.
They're pulling
right there, they're doing the Paul Pierce.
Yeah. Oh, now
he's out. He's out.
Now he's the guy's knocked
They're
out.
all falling all over him.
What is there with punching a guy that's already fucking knocked out?
They're leaving him alone. Two other guys are fighting now. Oh, this guy is knocked out. The two guys are helping him.
Done. He's just fucking shoot him right in the face.
He kicked the guy in the face.
There he goes again. That was him again.
Stomp. What a fucking...
He's just trying to go into the
fucking asshole.
This kid, I swear to God, is
what a dick.
Yeah, it's very Ken Linsman.
Now they're carrying the black guy away that's still fucking knocked out on his feet.
That guy's beat up.
That guy's really fucked up.
Now here comes the curve.
Where's Zelig? Where's the guy in the fucking green? There he is.
There he is.
Knocked out. No.
Yeah, now we got... He's dragging.
Move. More quality.
Now watch this.
Yeah, this guy's winning.
Yeah, look at that.
He's winning, and then look, they just knock off.
Holy shit. Foot to the back of the head.
The Paul Pierce dude was finally had a 101. He was...
The chick is protecting him now. Oh, boy. How degrading.
He got curb stomped, dude. Dude, he fucking got curb stomped.
Dude, this kid's dead. Yes.
Is everyone all right?
No. No, they're not all right, dude. You don't want that kid is
in bad shape.
Dude, you're talking you could have that's going to be there's going to be probably an attempted murder. You can't do stuff like that.
He gets his head smashed into the concrete, right?
Right.
That fucking stomp thing, that's also the rage now.
If they were all on skates and they were refs, I wouldn't have a problem with it.
Right, there you go.
Right.
I'm such a hypocrite.
One thing that I do notice, though, when crazy white kids are beating the shit out of each other, when the guy's down, there's no rifling through their pockets for the cell phones. Anytime you watch a World Star hip-hop video and you get a bunch of black guys fighting, the second someone goes down, rifle through the pockets.
They're very thorough.
Yes.
They want to make sure
it's thorough. It's physical and financial.
Yes.
They want to make sure
a phone.
He hasn't broken anything. They're probably trying to be helpful.
Yes.
Yo, hope this guy's phone's okay.
Crazy shit. Wow, that's fucking brutal, man.
Say.
That stomp thing is really hard to watch.
What's the brain thing they call this abbreviation? A fucking TMI
headache.
No, guys will offer
this
bad help.
This would be us on the $20,000 pyramid.
Yeah,
just bombing her brain thing.
Yeah, so things that happened in Dallas in 1963. Wait, no, it was
pneumonia,
a traumatic
nausea.
T something I.
TBI, traumatic brain injury.
No, I thought it was
traumatic.
It might be TBI.
Pass.
Yeah, this SUV guy. How many cars did he end up hitting? This thing's going viral today.
This guy, he stole the SUV,
right? And
then he hit a cab,
right?
And when he was trying to do a hit and run,
was this GTA?
But then they blocked him in.
Great graphics.
So on his way out, he hit 6 more cars trying to escape.
That'll happen.
Yeah, you can't box a guy in like that.
What do you say?
What do you think he's going to do? Just give up?
Let's see. What'll it look like? All right, he's some guy's blocking him.
That's the cab driver blocking him because he hit his cab.
Oh, and now he's like, no, you're.
Then he starts trying to smash the window.
Shit.
So the guy panics.
Peels out. He hit a car.
Hits another
Hits the cab again.
Back up.
He backs up.
Back up.
And he backs.
Why is he backing up that far?
He's an asshole. That's why.
Idiot.
He's a panicky Pete.
Now he's going forward again.
He really is.
I think he's
panicking.
He's going forward.
What are you doing, dude? You suck.
Wow.
I wonder if he's drunk or fucked. There's got to be a reason he's trying so hard to get away from
Or he's a kid. Stolen car.
Right.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah, the SUV is driving.
And then, is that it? Or is he
and
hit
then
anybody
he's
else?
out of here.
He's got to go to the fucking...
Where's that?
That's in Chicago.
Chicago.
He's not a good driver at all.
He's got to go to that paint place now in GTA where you go in the garage, get your car redone, and then you come out and no more stars.
Right. It's all good. And the car's perfect.
Yep.
Did they get the guy?
Yeah.
Yeah, they got him.
I just realized we just did like 10 minutes of radio watching videos.
It happens.
It's less than normal.
Yeah, exactly.
It happens.
We watched entire episodes.
We've gone through Mummenschanz. This is a good old man reference.
I didn't even get it.
Oh, no, they were mimes.
There used to be a show that was on. You know something, Sam? Punch
No,
up
now we're gonna do more
Mummenschanz
videos.
commercial.
Yeah,
You know what's amazing back in the day? I remember in the 70s, there was this famous mime that would always get on
Marceau?
He'd get on like the Mike Douglas show.
Yeah,
and I would watch it with my
mime.
mom, and we used to be it was amazing. He was trapped in the box, he was going down the escalator.
Pulling the rope.
Yeah. How did they do that? It was because it was like Michael Jackson, so those moves were amazing.
This was Mummenschanz on the Muppet Show.
They're performance artists.
They were like Blue Man Group before Blue Man Group.
But they didn't do anything cool.
No, they have like little...
Now we're just watching.
They're lifting
things.
the things when they make it look like they're winking at each other. It's really
I just
terrible.
remember the commercial was creepy as a kid.
Right.
It would be on like Channel 11.
Can you find the commercial,
Find
Sam?
the commercial
I don't like
for
the sound behind it.
Why do they have dirty
Mummenschanz.
fucking feet?
Yeah, why ain't bare feet?
Yeah, why did what?
Because it's a nice commercial.
Come on, Sam.
Mummenschanz,
Yeah.
a unique creation, a fun-filled fantasia, says the New York Times. Exceptional ingenuity and exciting possibilities in an all-new show. Mummenschanz, marvelous.
What is the exciting possibility? Maybe it won't suck.
Original adventure in theater and dance.
They're like clay people.
Yeah.
They're magic clay people.
Illuminating.
I remember the toilet paper eyeballs.
Charge at 944-9300.
The Helen Hayes Theater.
Yes.
Wow.
Whatever happened to that?
Call it.
It seems
don't
like
know.
that could work still
Get
today.
some tickets.
They're probably beaten by people demanding a refund.
Right.
You'd have to be on drugs to enjoy that.
Yeah, that was like some kind of a fucking... That was way out there back then.
If you had that show in like the 1800s and you went to some saloon, how quickly before you'd get shot?
Oh, you'd just be fucking laid open.
Killed for witchcraft.
I fell.
I don't have a take. It's just some stuff I read on the internet that
Well, that's
not a lot of money was.
Not a lot of money's going to the actual cause,
lot of
right?
overhead. A lot of overhead, as they say.
Of course, you know all the players wearing pink
Yeah.
to support breast cancer.
Yeah, and I guess how it works out is it's they give a percentage of the wholesale cost,
Which is
of whatever whatever
the item costs to make.
Yeah, so like, you pay $100 for a jersey, whatever the jersey costs them. You know, when they
say the jersey costs them $10 to make,
and then they give 2% of that. So you talk it like
so not a lot of money is going.
10% of it, say $1 from it, and then it goes into to the pick lady's place, and then she's got to get paid, and everybody else has to get paid. It's
They make really good salaries.
Yeah,
they get a nice taste when you run a charity.
But you know something? This is the deal. How did you not know it was that?
Yeah.
I just
right
assumed.
on. I just assumed the second they did this was the NFL trying to get more female fans.
Whenever you throw cancer into it, do you think people are being legit? Because like, who would fuck somebody out of a cancer benefit?
And then they justify it by saying,
Charity.
"Hey, we're giving something. What do you do?"
Well, in the end, the number will probably be kind of impressive.
I just would love to just be sitting in some giant house. Like, how did you get this? It's breast cancer.
Yeah. Well, people really like to give to this horrible disease to cure
the
it.
misery of other people.
Yeah.
Right, and I gave myself a raise for running the foundation.
The hopes and dreams of the terminally ill bought me this house.
Absolutely.
Oh, that's
You
terrible.
get pictures of Bubba Smith, Peter Criss, Olivia Newton-John, everybody who suffered. That's your tribute. Fucking shitheads. Not them, this person.
Well, of course.
Yeah.
The big pink movement.
Why don't we,
I gotta piss.
Yeah, we should take a break. Bill Burr's here. Bill Burr on Twitter. The podcast is amazing. The Monday morning podcast still going strong.
We got me and Al Madrigal, some other folks started a podcast network.
I read that, yeah.
The All Things Comedy Network.
Good for you,
it's more of a co-op.
You're in.
I just, there's always, artists come up with stuff or whatever. New technology comes along and artists use it, and then they create a new scene, and then the businessman comes in, the fucking man
comes in,
and then they
take it all.
Yeah, and they go, all right, we're going to own your show, but you're going to get this great exposure. So we why don't we just get all the
do it yourself.
Podcasts we like, get together, and for once the artists keep the money.
We're throwing it. It's like United Artists started out that way with Charlie Chaplin.
Right. We're trying to beat the man so we can become the man. And then we're going to have pink podcast microphones. And we're all going to get big houses. But we got, there we go.
That's cool, man.
Ari Shafir, we got the Naughty Show, we got Minivan Men. We got a bunch of stuff. Monday Morning Podcast. Come to Papa.
Oh. Come to Papa's on your network.
Papa.
Yeah. Wow, very good.
Our network.
Tell Tom I'm tired of that dumb looking off to the right picture. I fucking had enough of him looking like there's something happening over there. I wish it was a gunshot he was hearing.
These podcast networks are like the mob. They're like the new mafia families. You got a podcast family
Harlan's
together.
Highway.
Yeah. Yeah.
We got Baron Vaughn's on there. Deep shit with Baron Vaughn. We got
a lot of shows.
We got something for everybody.
We got a podcast too now, Bill.
Hey,
an hour a week we throw out there for the people.
If you would like to come on,
people.
We did a Bill Burr podcast. Some of the stuff you did on our show. That one did really well, by the way. So thank you.
No worries.
This week's podcast.
I'll be looking for that check.
This week's podcast came out yesterday, right?
Joke. Yeah.
Bill Burr fucking looking to get paid. Fuck him.
You'll still hear it.
You changed, man. You fucking changed.
Bill Hollywood. Asshole.
This week's podcast, Tim Conway.
Yeah.
We had Tim Conway in here. What an asshole.
Oh, my God. You did?
In a good way.
Oh, he's
great.
But
what an asshole.
Yeah. He was great.
Intimidating as all hell.
No, he was just he was fun though. He was a complete old school ball breaker.
Yeah.
Colin sent me a picture of his book with fucking because it's called "What's So Funny" with him looking up in the other direction, and Colin just sent a photo of his book with "Ugh."
So we got the great Tim Conway interview. That was amazing. And what else is on this week's podcast?
John Valby down at the
John Valby.
piano
Wanted to add to that.
At the Steinway.
Yeah, and
hey, so Tim Conway was just like breaking your balls the whole time?
Yeah, well, you just wanted to hide.
Yeah.
He dismissed Brian Regan. Brian Regan was in here, asked a question. He dismissed him, and Brian didn't want to speak anymore.
He told him to go back to listening.
Oh, it was unbelievable.
And he was just like
but he was joking.
Oh, yeah.
He came in making believe he's slow
didn't know
or something,
where he was.
and he stood right there. I'm pointing for the people at home behind Anthony, the worst place you could stand in studio when you're supposed to be interviewed, and just stood there awkwardly waiting for us to say something. And then we finally went, because we think he's an old man, we're like, oh, sit over there.
And he said something. He was saying something about Jackie Gleason, and then Jimmy went like, oh, Jackie Gleason, and he goes, who? and Jimmy's ready to go, oh, Jackie Gleason, and then we're like, he's fucking with you. He's not senile at all.
It was amazing.
It was really good.
It was amazing.
He was such a fucking old school prick. It was great.
I'll tell you after.
Oh,
we got a break?
We should, yeah.
All right, let's break then.
Anyway.
All right, we're going to break. So go get our podcast. It's out there. It's on our Facebook page, the link and all that, all right? It's another good one this week. More with Bill Burr. Stay there.
Oh, yeah. Back with the Opie and Anthony show. Anthony and Sam show for the time being. I guess starstruck Opie, Jimmy Norton, and even Bill Burr, who is a star in his own right these days, they're down the hall. Because Bill Cosby is here, the Cos, and they want a picture with him. But apparently there's a giant line of people that have to get a picture with Bill Cosby, and they got on that line?
There was at one point a big line, and they were at the end of it, but I'm guessing they're getting escorted through or not.
Oh, there's a photo opportunity. I'm surprised you didn't go down for the big photo op.
I could give a shit about the Cos. Hey, Rudy. Oh, here comes Kenny.
Kenny's got an update.
What's up, Kenny? What's going on down the hall?
Well, they were standing in line like second-class citizens.
Yeah.
So I got somebody to approve for them to cut the line. So they have an audience now with Mr. Cosby.
How did that work out with the rest of the people online? They must not have been happy.
Well, my first request was denied, and then I went to somebody else, and they realized...
Who are the people that are online?
Yeah.
Subscribers have to be taken care of. They pay our salary.
Oh, right. God. Why not take care of them by having a website that works, having a fucking radio that doesn't just stop playing whatever you're listening to?
Yeah, maybe you could enjoy Art Bell then.
Yeah. Well, Art Bell would have been here.
You don't like Bill Cosby?
No.
Why not?
Back in the fucking, 70s, I guess he was relevant.
Well, yeah,
I could give a shit about Bill Cosby.
You don't think the Cosby Show was relevant?
Oh, wow. What kind of fantasy is that? Was that show considered science fiction? Please. You know what I'm talking about.
Because doctors and lawyers don't end up getting married?
Yeah, exactly. Doctors and lawyers and kids that are perfect without any fucking problems.
Why would they have problems?
Well, please.
That was pretty cool.
That was a little Bill Cosby action? Pretty cool. What's Jimmy still fucking down there lapping Cosby ass? Was it? Oh, wait, Bill. What happened?
He saw how nervous Jim. He was like, where are you working? And Jim was like, and he goes, where are you working tonight? And then he goes, the Comedy Cellar. And he goes, you see how quick that came to you? And Jimmy just goes, yeah, I know, I was just nervous. I'm just nervous. He goes, that's why I asked you again.
Oh, no.
No, he knows that people get
Was Jimmy all fucking nervous, Nelly?
Dude, it's Bill Cosby.
Yeah.
Come on, man. That's the...
That's a biggie.
I said last night when I met him, I said this is like meeting the Pope. He goes, yeah, except way more entertaining.
Yeah, okay.
Guess who Ant's not a big fan of?
Cosby?
The Cos. No.
You're not a fan of Bill Cosby?
No, I'm a fan. I just don't. I just don't need a picture. I didn't
when
really
I was
care.
just a young nothing, I'd listen to Bill Cosby records.
My brother Leonard album. Russell.
I wasn't a fan of the Cosby Show or any of that shit.
You're thinking Leonard Part 6.
So.
Right, that was a great movie.
That was a
and
good
Ghost
movie.
Dad.
All right.
Good Lord.
He's still a legend. Jesus.
I was just
Meteor
thinking,
Man.
can we just somehow
let's keep it nice
positive
for once.
fucking moment
Right,
on the goddamn
please.
show?
Please, it always has to be knocked down a
all the stuff
shit.
that guy did. It's like, you know what I hope? I hope at the end of your career, they play those clips of you when you first started working.
Oh, the horrible
the ones that
fucking...
make you pull your winter coat over your face. They bring that up.
What moment of fairness did I just miss? I came in.
Wait a minute. Anytime.
Remember that? Yes, I do.
Yeah.
What did I just miss? Because I came in.
He's trashing Cosby is what you missed.
To have Kenny telling me who wouldn't let us cut the line.
We were trying to say what a great experience that was, and within 2 seconds he brings up Leonard Part 6.
Leonard Part 6 and Ghost Dad.
Well, yeah, all right. So he wasn't always an Oscar winner, but he's still. What about the Uptown Saturday Night and all the fucking things he did? Cosby's
I like
amazing,
the I
man.
Spy.
But
the I Spy was a good show.
While you were out of the room,
Robert Culp.
Right.
Ant said Cosby hadn't been relevant since the 70s.
Well,
oh my God!
Yes, you did.
Yes, you did. You would change your tune if you just met him. He couldn't have been nicer.
That's not true either, because he's actually quoted a lot in. He's one saying you can't be a doctor talking like this, and he was criticizing that fucking element of the black community.
I heard you were a nervous little Nelly in front of him.
Yeah, but I made him laugh. That's all that matters.
Yeah,
of course.
Yeah,
he laughed.
Oh, that was great.
Yeah,
he absolutely laughed.
He's a great positive moment.
He addressed me, and I didn't say anything.
How dare you?
He asked me where I worked.
Ruin our
How
little.
dare you, sir?
Ruin our little fanboy
I'm not going to ruin it. That's wonderful.
He asked where I worked, and I just panicked and didn't say anything. Because he was looking, he goes, Norton, and I'm like, oh, I told him I panicked.
Oh, you did.
Fucking idiot comic I am.
But he likes you to sit really close to him.
Yeah.
I thought I was sitting close enough, and he made me scoot in even more.
You scooted
I
in
felt
on
his
him?
warm butt cheek.
Oh, nice.
We were butt cheek to butt cheek.
I had to push to open again. He was going to take the. You don't take the 3-shot. You always get the photo.
Why? I like being in a 3-shot with you guys.
I do too, with my friends. But
there
I mean,
would be 4 officially with Mr. Cosby.
Yeah.
Did you get the solo shot?
Yeah, but you got it because again, it's
Bill Cosby. His eye is a little...
Yeah, he's had some issues, but...
He always had something going on with that eye.
Right?
That
eye was always a little...
we doing it again, Bill?
I swear to God, you guys should literally be staring at a bag of $1 million and be like, hey, what's this, burlap? Really?
Yeah.
Why, how come it's on a nylon sack? It's just fucking...
Bill really hits us with reality when he comes in.
You guys are like so habitually fucking negative. It's unbelievable. It's insane.
I can't argue with you.
I've never.
Right.
I mean, dude, I'm not
right.
exactly Mr. Sunshine here, and it's just like I am astounded. When I come in here, I don't give a fuck what just happened.
He's right.
I know.
I can't argue that. I don't know why. I don't know why we do that.
I'm not going to say his name, but everybody's going to know. But that dude came in. He gave you a killer hour of radio. And he had some sort of bladder control problem. And then in the end, you took the pictures and you pointed at the wet stain in his crotch. It was just like, this guy just
That's one of the greatest shots ever.
Iron Sheik,
Iron Sheik.
Not only did they take a photo with him, when they do signings,
that's the photo we print up.
Photo that they signed for
but Iron Sheik signed it, and he signed my picture, and he put in. Iron Sheik drew an arrow down to the piss stain. He doesn't mind that.
Yeah, but that's your promo shot now that you hand out to everybody to say this is the show.
I just look at it and say, that's the Iron Sheik, man. Show some respect. Let's try to go belt buckle high.
Belt buckle.
You guys just zooming into it, pointing at it.
When it's all said and done, I met Bill Cosby today, and I'll be pretty excited about that, Bill.
He's a nice man, isn't he? He's a nice man. He's sitting in front of you. He doesn't just rush you.
He could have told everybody to fuck off.
He takes his time.
What do we got here? Adabisi.
Adabisi.
Who's that?
You might remember him from Lost. He was Mr. Echo on the show Lost. You might remember him from Oz. He was Adabisi from Oz.
Jesus.
Yeah.
That's one of the rare things to try to do is get into two shows where you win the championship. You go to syndication.
Right? That's huge.
Very few have ever done three.
Three?
When you get three, you're talking a guy like Lee Majors.
Wow, yeah.
Lee Majors was on Big Valley.
Yes.
$6 Million Man.
Yeah.
And
then the one where he was a stunt guy.
Yeah,
the fall guy.
The fall guy.
Shatner did.
Heather Locklear might be on 4.
Shatner, TJ Hooker, Star Trek.
Heather Locklear is like the Bill Russell or Yogi Berra, which she got more championships than fingers.
90210, right? Or the other one.
She was on TJ Hooker.
TJ Hooker. Wow, yeah.
Before he comes in, because he's going to come in a couple minutes. How is the Kevin Costner thing, and when does that movie come out?
It's called Black and White. It starred Kevin Costner and Octavia Spencer.
Jesus.
Directed by Mike Binder. And we shot it down in New Orleans, and I had a great time, other than the most unbelievable humidity I've ever been in my life.
A little sticky?
Dude,
a little damp?
It was, but I had an awesome time, and everybody was...
The dumb question, how cool is Costner?
We went bow fishing the last night.
No kidding.
Out in the bayou.
Come on.
She taught me how to do it, and I shot this thing called an alligator gar.
Oh, yeah, the gars.
Something like that, yeah. It was pretty cool.
Those things are scary looking.
It was pretty...
Jesus Christ.
I hear you're in a lot of the movie.
Well, look, dude, it's not out yet.
Look at Bill.
It's not out yet, so there's a lot...
Because things could happen.
Oh, yeah,
things
get cut and stuff. Like, I know a guy... He had like 2 huge scenes with Al Pacino, and he told everybody.
Oh, no.
And then, they're cutting it down, and then they just cut his whole storyline. And that happens all the freaking time, so...
It sucks when they don't tell you. Like, they should at least let you know. What director said they were going to start letting people know, like, hey, man, you didn't make it in. This way you don't go there with your friends or whatever.
Hey, look, I'm in this movie, and then, oh, fuck.
That would be a good thing to do.
Didn't that happen to Costner in The Big Chill?
Really?
I think so, right?
Yeah, because
then he was just a corpse or something.
Yeah, he played the body.
He was just the body in The Big Chill. And
man.
I wonder if he had to audition for that, if they just were looking at headshots.
Yeah,
it's just like, he has a nice...
Right, but I heard
guy look.
He filmed a bunch of
right?
He filmed a bunch of other scenes. But in the end, that was his part in The Big Chill.
Right.
So it comes out next year?
Yep. That one comes out next year.
Damn.
You got any other ones coming up?
I got one with Elizabeth Banks called
Jesus,
Walk of Shame.
Holy fuck.
Bill's fucking getting some real roles, man.
Fuck. Is that done too?
Keep fooling him.
I like how Bill reacts to stuff. He grabs his hat, he pulls it down, he's like,
I don't know what this thing is.
That's filmed? That's done too?
Yeah. I'm still a stand-up comic. I know how this game works. I've watched enough old Oscar footage. So you literally see presenters and you don't even know who they are. Like, who the hell is that? Like, they actually presented on the Oscars 10 years ago, and then there's a couple like, remember that guy? So, I know how this works.
Do you want to at least be the remember that guy?
Presenter guy?
No, I just want to do what I'm doing, to be a comedian and sell tickets. That's all I ever wanted to do, and I act when they let me. That's basically it. And I go in, I show up on time, and I try to do a good job, and that's it.
And now presenting for Best Animated Feature, Bill Burr and Jared Leto. Come out.
Hey, Jared.
Little
Jesus
fucking
Christ.
going back and forth, reading the fucking teleprompter.
I wouldn't do that.
That would be great.
That seems like a hell.
Yeah.
How you doing,
Bill
man?
Burr, doing, man?
You were on the air.
Take a seat right there. We are on.
Welcome.
Hanging. You were here a while back.
Yes, I was.
Yeah.
It was a while back. Wasn't it?
Yes.
It was a while ago. I forgot what it was even for.
We have to pronounce your name. We have to pronounce your name properly. Adewale.
That's it. Leave it there.
Yeah, Adewale.
That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah. We got that. Yeah. Last time you were here, we were talking about, of course, your role as Outer BC in Oz, and how you wore the little hat on your head and had to like glue it to the side of your head or something.
No glue.
And stay there. No, it actually stayed. It was on a little bit of stubble, I think you said.
That's right. Yeah.
So it stuck like Velcro.
It's all about the bristles, man. Bristles.
Who do you play in Thor?
Played two characters. Algrim, the Strong, and who transforms into Curse, this formidable beast who goes to
Curse Man?
No,
he's cursed.
Curse Man.
He's cursed to die, but before he does, he takes on this formidable power, 10 times that of Thor. So it's kind of like Holyfield and Tyson, the big bout in the cosmos. It's the big throwdown.
So you're the I guess the bad guy in the movie?
I guess you would be.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. They don't hire me for my good looks, man. It's a
bad guy.
Nah.
So how long did it take to? I'm going to ask the hacky question. How long did it take to film like the fight scene where? Do you get the hammer out of his hand? Are you allowed to tell?
I got it in my hotel, actually.
No, you won, right? You got his hammer. That's it.
I'm still standing. No, the fight sequences were choreographed for over a number of weeks, 3-4 weeks, and we did them in Iceland in minus 30 degrees. So no matter how much you train inside the gym or warehouse, you go out there, it's a very different ballgame.
Yeah.
But the prosthetic suit that I had on kept me warm, and it was lots of sweat.
What a
and
life!
in
You're
there.
in Iceland wearing a prosthetic suit, fighting Thor. You got to be thinking like, how the hell did I get here?
I was thinking, I'm getting paid for this.
Yeah.
This is great. Actually, we did have a moment like that. We were there like 4 a.m. He's in his red cape and Chris and his hammer, and I'm standing there with horns on my head, and we just had a giggle, man.
That's pretty funny. Yeah, you just look at each other like, what the? This is a job?
How is Iceland?
Cold.
It's cold?
Yeah, it's really cold. But you know what? It's one of the most spectacular places I've ever been to. It was the first time I realized that we actually lived on a planet. Right. Because there's fissures coming out of the ground. There's northern lights dancing in the sky, shooting stars falling all over the place. You're just like, whoa.
Just so different from everything you've been used to.
Yeah.
Life.
It was spectacular, though. Really, real big treat.
That does sound like a cool
I'm
place
going
to
there
go.
in December.
Are you? For what? For
I got a gig.
You got gigs?
Yep.
Is that English?
You got one out there?
I do stand up. I got a stand up gig over there. I have no idea how it's going to go over. It's going to be hilarious if I fly all the way over there to bomb.
Well, and nobody's going to know. So that's one thing.
That is true.
But the thing is, they got this town called Reykjavik.
Yep.
And it's hot. They drink a lot. And when I say a lot, they drink a lot.
I like this
And
place.
the women are very forthcoming.
Oh, wow.
So even if you bomb, you're going to be okay.
Do they like the accent, the American accent?
You know what?
How does he know?
He might have an American friend.
I just think they know what they like, and they come up to you and they'll tell you, I want you. You're coming with me. And
do they speak English over there? Is that the
yeah, they've got their own
version of
Icelandic language, but
another wonderful country that actually the majority of the people speak more than one language.
And they also stood up to the banks. They were like, "Fuck you, that's your debt."
Oh,
you pay for it, and the bank's kind of like, "Oh, all right, well, if you're gonna." We're gonna be like, we could have done that. We should have done that easy.
That's where Bobby Fischer beat Spassky for the chess championship in '72, Reykjavik, Iceland. And when he was at the end of his life, they gave him a home when he couldn't come back to the U.S.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Just wanted to throw a sad fact into a fun interview.
So now you're the bad guy. You're more powerful than Thor.
I am.
So he needs like Loki, I guess, to help him out. And they're not on the best of terms from like the last movie.
You got it.
Yeah,
that's exactly. And you see, so it takes two of them.
Right. That's what I'm assuming.
Takes two of
that's
them.
why he needs his little brother there or whatever.
Yeah, the Dark Elves is what we are known as. It's a race of aliens whose population has been wiped out by the Asgardians, by Thor and his people. And so there's a point within the constellations when we can come back and reinstate ourselves and get some payback. So that's really the.
How do people come up with how are you that creative that you come up with this constellation and elves and stuff like? I've tried to write
and black
script.
elves, right?
Oh, it just comes out like
equal opportunity elves.
We're pointing.
They're all
I got blue eyes in this one, boys. Blonde hair. It's a real getup.
You have blonde hair?
Yeah, blonde hair, blue eyes, pointed ears. It's all there.
The only one that rocks though.
You got to be standing as you're putting that stuff on, thinking like this movie better work.
Yeah, because
this better work, man.
Well, you know what? It's another one of those. If it doesn't, nobody's going to recognize me anyway.
Oh, there you go.
No, but Marvel, they do those things the best, man.
It really is. I mean,
they do these movies the best.
And the way they're doing special effects these days, it's so conducive to these action movies, the Marvel movies, and it looks great. I mean,
Have you seen this one?
Not this one, no.
You saw the first one,
I saw
right?
the first one, and of course the Avengers saw that.
Yeah.
They look amazing.
Wait until you see this one.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not because I'm in it. It's like, even when I went to see it, I wasn't even concerned about my part. It's just a spectacle.
Yeah.
And I feel like they've really pushed the bar with the special effects here. You're going to have a great time watching
You find when you watch these movies, you're looking all over the screen. It's not just like, you used to just kind of look somewhere on the screen and watch a movie. Now you're like looking at different places on the screen because there's so much shit happening.
What you got to do, though, you got to see this on IMAX 3D.
IMAX 3D is the only one. The real one.
Not that Coors Light IMAX one that you get. That screwed me over. And,
no phonies.
We went to go see Gravity. And I kept saying to Nia, I kept going, it's IMAX, right? It's IMAX. And she said, yeah. And I showed up. It was bigger than the regular screen. But IMAX is you can't see the dude's head in front of you.
No.
And you feel like you're going to fall off the earth.
That's it. It wraps right around your head.
Right, yes.
Beats you up with the sound. I mean, it's like an orgy of experiences.
I saw the last Star Trek in IMAX. 3D. It was amazing. Like you're in space. You're fucking floating around.
It's a great experience. I just said, I just saw. What did I just see? Ender's Game in IMAX, and I was just like, I gotta get one of these in my house.
Oh man,
this is the way to go, man. I can't watch the TV now after seeing it.
We saw Gravity in IMAX, and the most amazing part of it is when Sandra Bullock is fixing something outside the spaceship, and she's just floating, and it's this really weird sense of just kind of floating next to her. It wasn't even a special effects action sequence. It was just her floating right in front of your face. It was very surreal.
Especially when she had next to nothing on. I heard that was really spectacular.
I didn't care for that part at all.
Oh.
It sent the wrong message.
Yeah, like a man with morals.
Yeah, I don't go for that stuff. A tawdry type of material.
Tawdry.
How many languages do you speak?
Just like 2 or 3. Yeah.
2 or 3?
Yeah.
With English or what else?
A little bit of French, a little bit of Italian.
Okay, it said our prep sheets are frequently very wrong. It says you are fluent in several languages. Did it say Italian, Yoruba, and Swahili?
Yeah, Yoruba is my native tongue from Nigeria, so I can get along with that too. But often what they put down there is if you say a line or two in a movie, they say you're fluent.
Yeah.
I was fluent for the movie. I was fluent for the paycheck, but
I got a little tie to Nigeria. I just got an email from there. There's like $20 million waiting for me. I just gotta.
You got that one too?
Yeah, I just gotta send them some fucking banking information and stuff, and it's all mine. I'm really psyched. Bill's just shaking his head.
No, I've got that one.
Let me know when you get it.
I'm more shaking my head that people fall for
that. Still fall for it, right?
Well, that's their own fault, though, right?
Exactly.
I mean, how can you be so stupid and greedy?
At this point, it really is.
Yeah, and at this point, it's like everybody knows, don't they?
Yeah. At this point, it's like opening your front door and seeing a paper bag on fire. You don't step on it because you know there's dog shit in there.
Especially with your email.
Get the broom.
If you it's like, dear sir, I need your help, and your email address is fartshitter@AOL. So why would they be contacting you with a financial?
This lawyer has a weird email.
No, it's like somebody likes me.
Yeah.
You know?
I like the ones on the Facebook where there's just some unbelievably gorgeous woman will just say, "Hey, I saw your picture," and like your male ego, you just want to believe it. You open it up and it always says, "This account has been deleted." You're like, "Oh, I thought I was looking all right." You're like, "Oh, well, I finally."
Not again.
Yeah,
who wants to be my friend?
Dude, I'm like Charlie Brown with that shit. I will forever try to kick the football. I always
just want to believe every single time.
It's a hard knock life, huh?
Yeah.
You got to be sitting in front of a computer on Facebook looking for chicks.
Yeah. It's like, or the ones that pick what town you live in, and it's like, Becky. Becky is in Comac, New York right now.
No, I always get the ones where it's clearly their second language. And it's like, I think you great you. Like whatever it is going like
she could have misspelt it.
Dude, it's not even a she, it's a guy. He just took the photo. It's some giant, hairy Russian guy sending the stuff to you.
Nobody is that lucky, man.
Yeah.
Nobody is that lucky. You gotta know.
You're crushing my dream.
You always open it, though, and be like, what is
you gotta have some hope, right?
Yeah, you got to.
Even if it's coming from Bulgaria.
We were talking about before you came in, like you're one of the rare people that have been on 2 TV shows that made it to syndication.
Yeah.
If you get to the third one, then you get into we're talking like Lee Majors has done 3. Shatner's done 3, and I think Heather Locklear's the king with I think she's done 4.
Man, that's a lot.
Yeah. Made it to syndication. So you're right there.
Yeah,
I'm on my way.
You're like the New York Football Giants with like 4 Super Bowls. You get that 5th one, you're
dynasty.
Yeah.
You're getting some checks.
But this is good to know.
Getting checks. Damn.
Did you practice law at all, or just graduate?
No, I graduated and then I ran as fast as I could from it, But 7 years was enough.
Did you ever take the bar or no?
No. Just did a bachelor's and a master's degree in law.
And that's in London.
That's it. And then
all casual.
That was in London. Yeah.
All I
became a movie star.
Yeah,
what do you have your sights fixed on next? Flying the next space shuttle. Let's do that movie.
Yeah, bit of directing, bit of this,
Can't go to Mars. They're doing a Thor movie again. So. Shooting at the North Pole. Figure we go up there and go do that.
No. It's been a great foundation though, because it's what's helped me stay focused and disciplined. Because you come in this industry with all hippified, it's artsy, but the law, you train your brain and you approach it the same way as you would a case. You analyze, you focus, stats, everything. So it really
must be convenient to not have people be able to, mumbo jumbo you with a contract bullshit.
Oh man, you have no idea. I have a lot of actor friends that are always asking, especially when I first got in, they were calling me up for a lot of advice. You know what I mean? So to go over the advice that their own attorney.
It'd be embarrassing if I had to ask you for advice because I'm so not well read with that stuff that I can't even intelligently
convey what the problem is.
I mean, I'm getting here like 2 paragraphs in. What is this shit about?
It's all mumbo jumbo. You can break through it. But what's funny is obviously you studied law and then you blow up by playing the most notorious convict in the prison in New York.
But those are the best roles.
It is.
You don't want to be the good guy. Come on, knock it off.
You were so evil in Oz, man. It was just whenever you were on screen. Yeah, it was. Because whenever you were on screen, you're just like, oh shit. It almost felt like you were in the joint. Like you would want to avoid Arabisi in prison. Arabisi at any cost. And then, you'd be watching at home, and he'd come on screen, you'd be like, "Oh shit! Don't look at him. Don't make eye contact." Soon.
Yeah, they should have a poster of him in the schools. It's
a deterrent.
Do your homework.
That show was done so well. forget about avoiding his character. I avoided the series. I watched 2 or 3. I was just like, dude, this is just
too real.
It's too much. I mean, I almost would rather watch. The documentaries of prison weren't as bad because they alluded to what happened. Like
they edited it.
They showed it. It was just
people shitting on each other, the branding that would go on, and
didn't get that far into it.
It was a nightmare.
I saw one rape, and I was like, all right, that's how I thought it would go down.
It was funny just yesterday.
I'm all good.
Just yesterday, this guy, he works just outside the building where I live, and every time I go by, he's always trying to pull me in, but I'm always going to work. And yesterday he got me. He said, "I just want to tell you, I'm such a big fan, and my favorite scene." He started to go into what his favorite scene was when I had Kenny Wanger on the bed, and I'm just looking. It's like 8 o'clock in the morning.
Oh man,
this guy's like 50. I'm like, that's too much information, bro. I'm glad that you like the show. He's going into all details.
Hey, that's when you got to do the cell phone trick. Hey, I gotta just keep walking.
Hey, when you rape somebody in a scene, do you get to cut him at craft services that day?
Those are tough, man.
Oh man.
I mean, personally, I could never be on the other end.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I mean? I just couldn't, and it was a very, very traumatic scene for the actor.
It was, right?
It really was. It shook him up.
Damn.
There were tears because it's a violation. Whether you're doing it or simulating it, it's like ain't nobody want to do that and then not be seen to be doing that in front of millions. So, I applaud him because he's a great actor, but it's hard, man.
I heard there was a rumor that said if you pissed off the writers on that show that they wrote a rape scene for you.
No, that was Mary Tyler Moore.
That's what I heard. I'm not saying that's. I'm just saying, like, I don't know how this stuff starts.
No, that's true.
It is true?
Yeah, like, you get axed. You would get axed, raped, killed, shanked, whatever.
Damn.
And that was good. That was the good times. Because you show up for work and you do your job. Otherwise, you were dead or raped or whatever.
Fuck.
I didn't
realize it affected the actors after it was all done, though.
Say again?
I didn't realize it affected the actors, though, after they moved on from that.
Yeah, I mean, it does. I mean, it depends what you're doing. But, look, there were guys who were not homosexual, but they'll come in and, they're putting tongues down each other's throat. I mean,
Jesus.
And then you go home and kiss the wife and kids. I mean, that's, of course,
right.
it's going to shake you up.
Especially when you realize you're still thinking about work.
Well, you got to go back to work and do it the next day, and then.
Why does it now have to be tongues down the throat?
Well, I mean, that was that.
They used to just fake that a little bit. They would turn their heads a certain way.
Love scenes, even love scenes.
Right.
The whole thing is completely unnecessary. If you watch like old school movies, if they were going to show two people they were intimate, they would go in the bedroom and they closed the door. You knew what happened. You know what? Right. Instead of banging each other, for some reason, they
it needs to be broken down.
Yeah, they need to show it now. I don't.
Well, they have to show how passionate it is, and oh my God, look how good they fuck.
Don't you hate that?
For one of a better word.
What a connection.
Yeah.
I hate those clothes scene, tearing off scenes. I fucking hate sex scenes. It's angry. Nobody fucks like that.
Oh, really?
That's it.
Where's this guy from, man?
I just tweak my nipples. I'm losing my erection. Don't talk. I'm losing it.
No, I would say that. I'd say that, and actors eating in movies drives me up the wall because they overact eating. They're like pointing with the bread and shit. Like at lunch, you would just be
like messing with the food on the plate with the fork too much too.
Because they know they can't have food in their mouth.
Scraping it up and
you have to understand, like when you're doing those scenes, you do it like a dozen times, so you gotta eat a dozen burgers.
Oh man!
So that's probably why they're mouthing it off.
Jimmy doesn't like the love scenes because he thinks they're phony. They don't exchange money at the end of it.
Absolutely. If it's not an apology or cash, it's a lie. That's how I look at a good sex scene. But I don't relate to that. That normal people don't have sex that way. I mean, you can have passionate
loving
sex.
people.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Loving people.
I have sex that way all the time.
The clothes getting ripped off. And, come on. How about just hang that? All right, come on.
Well, wait a minute. Well, how do you have sex?
Yeah.
He said it. He wasn't lying. He likes his nipples tweaked.
You'll have sex.
And there's some other things that he's into. I'm not sure if he wants to...
I'm interested because I love that kind of sex.
Right,
I want to know, like, what kind of sex you have.
Sex, it's when you watch the way a movie, because you can't feel when you're watching. It's like porno sex. When you watch it, they do what looks good, not necessarily what feels good. Like, I dated a girl in porn, and she would blow me, and it would be like...
Oh, she's just going through the motions, man. That's motion.
And you're like, there's no cameras in here right now.
And I'm like, you're getting my whole dick in your mouth, and it's humiliating.
No, that was your foot.
Same measurement. Yeah, no, that's what bugs me about it.
And there might be some tinkle play in Jimmy's world. You know.
Maybe.
I don't mind.
There might be a little tinkle play.
Yeah, a little tinkle play, sure.
Yeah, you don't like them going for the motions. I'm with you on that.
I like passion, but to me they show passion to visual. It's not that close.
I'm just picturing Jimmy like alone with this girl, and she's making all that noise. He's not making any noise, like her just echoing in his fucking bed. That's just weird.
I can just picture her sitting there tweeting while she's doing it.
And you listen now, on this take, we can just bring the energy down.
Right. Now, I understand.
We're going to pull you back a little bit. It's sort of like a performance.
But I guess if you're a porn star, you're feeling the pressure.
Right.
Right. Like, because you're thinking, oh, man, this is a porn star. And she's thinking, oh, fuck, he thinks he knows I'm a porn star, so she's all in.
This is a girl I saw quite a few times. And
so you knew she was just overworking it.
But that's how she did it. She was also, I think, she was escorting, too, so that was just how she did it. You know, I like it kind of mellow.
The thing is, though, now, my movie is based all over the top.
You don't go with a porn star if you like it kind of mellow.
No, that's true.
Because they bring the job home.
Yeah.
They can't help it.
You're saying that's his first mistake? That's his first mistake?
Yeah, I think that would.
I just,
You've never had, that kind of passionate-looking
sure,
sex
I've had it, but not like they do in the movies. Like, whether you watch the clothes getting dropped on the way to the bed and the hunger in their eyes. It's like,
it's not a director in there with you to be like, go zoom in on the clothes.
No, I just don't like it.
But, yeah.
It doesn't happen that way.
No, it actually does. There are
times it happens that way.
Times that it happens, especially like a crazy one-night stand thing or a
Jim, I know what
newer
relationship. Drunken sex.
I know
In fact, drunken sex always happens
sex
like
is
that.
like that. It's very...
It's not like that every
coming off,
but it's
tripping
sloppy,
over.
Though. It's sloppy, you jab it into her thigh.
Well, that happens a lot. It's like a fucking dog.
No one loses a rod in rated R movies. No one ever goes like, come on, shh, let me focus. I'm losing it. Never. But that's true.
Ow.
Let me unzip my pants. Ow. Exactly. Fucking, that's what I like.
Yeah.
And knows what he likes.
What kind of lawyer did you want? I wanted to be a defense attorney when I saw Justice for All. That made me want to be a lawyer. And
Criminal law.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Prosecution or defense?
Defense.
Was it because for me it was like Pacino's big scene. You're out of, like, I like the idea of performing in front of a jury, and I think that's what drives a lot of people who become performers into law, is the idea that you're going to have this jury captivated, and you're going to speak to them and change them.
I think so. I mean, it's very much an acting theater in the court. You know, you got to convince people, you got to perform, basically.
Did you want to wear that wig, though?
Hell no.
That's some silly, some silly wigs over there that they wear.
My father had one, and he had it for like 20 years, and it looked like a little dead rat. He would brush it, and spray it, because it ferments and everything, and you put it on top of your head, and he was like really dark like me, and this little dead rat on his head. You got to take that seriously when somebody's defending you.
What is going to be a store where you can get a new one?
They still do it?
Oh yeah, very much. I mean, it's a tradition. It's the wig.
Do you have to do it?
Well, you don't have to, but you would be frowned upon.
It would be like wearing like a rock.
It would be like going into court naked.
Okay.
Yeah. Wow, that's something. It's just so
silly.
As a barrister, we call them barristers.
Okay.
Barrister wears the wig, man.
And are the witnesses the same? Is there a difference between the witness stand there and the witness stand in our judicial system? I don't know why I thought it was they stand or something, or maybe it's the exact same thing. I'm thinking of another country. Okay.
Yeah, same thing.
Yeah, basically. Yeah.
We don't have wigs.
We kind of ripped them off a lot.
No, not at all. Sometimes the men wear wigs and we get fooled.
You have toupees, but
I didn't mean those. I meant, long flowing wigs. You're like, wow, what a lovely girl, I imagine.
Adam's apple, yeah.
Hey, what made you not do it? What made you go forget it?
You know what? It was more of a family tradition as opposed to a personal ambition. You know, I'm the only boy of four girls, so I was expected to take over my father's profession. But, you know, I did as far as I could go, keep them happy.
Did he want you to do it and say, I want you to follow my footsteps?
Very much so.
So how long before he accepted the acting thing? Or has he?
Well, once I became famous. He actually got more business because he had fame. You know, like people would... Like I would go to his office, he'd like call me up, come visit me. And I'd show up at the office and like 30 people there waiting for all of his clients.
Yeah. Hey, come see,
because of you know, appearances on the TV. But it took a while because initially he had thought, you know, I betrayed. I was the white sheep of the family. You see what I'm saying? You know. So, but they're all good now. I think what it was, my parents' generation. They were immigrants from Nigeria who came to England, so their impression of entertainment was debauchery, drugs, prostitution.
Right.
That's what they thought I was going to be.
Right.
They were right, but but you know, and I think when they saw that I was still the same guy.
Did they enjoy the shows you were on, or just kind of be like, well, he's successful, but we don't necessarily like it?
They do. My mom doesn't like me dying. She can't take that.
Yeah, well, that
once
would be like
she
any...
dies, she gets up and leaves the movie. She won't watch it anymore. She says he's dead. Why am I watching?
Yeah, I've heard from other actors that their moms really get upset about that whole thing.
She gets really. She takes it personally.
That figures.
But
I never thought of that before.
Right.
You gotta watch it.
Yeah, that your mom would be real bummed out about that.
Yeah. My mother actually rooted for it to happen to me.
Why ain't they killing you? Why ain't they killing him already?
Fucking Jimmy.
Hey,
Jim.
you're in Annie. Are you playing Daddy Warbucks?
No, Jamie Foxx is playing Daddy Warbucks. I'm playing Jamie's right-hand man and confidant. And, you know, I'm his driver, bodyguard. I'm his homie. And I'm a friend to Annie. I help her try to find her parents. Yeah. Good movie, man. Really, really good movie. Lots of laughs on it. Jamie's hilarious. And we're shooting all over New York. We got Cameron Diaz in it. Will Smith is producing it.
Oh, wow.
Jay-Z's doing the music. So it's going to be a nice one, man. It's going to be a real nice Christmas. And we got this lovely, lovely, talented little girl, Quivon Wallace. She was Oscar nominated for Beast of the Southern Wild.
Yeah.
10 years old.
Oh, sure, right.
Blows you away, man. Little black Shirley Temple. Incredible.
And you do stuff in your father and your mother would see you and stuff. Did you do stuff in England first before here on TV before Oz? Was that your first?
No, I mean my career started in the States. I left law in England and I came to America, and that's where my career as an actor started. So and you know I actually did movies before even Oz. I did Congo, you know, Legionnaire, but Oz was the thing that really blew me up here.
Oh, you're great, man. You're a great, great actor. And you're in Thor, which comes out tomorrow, obviously. And it's AdewaleTheArtist.com. And at Adewale, A-D-E... Am I saying that properly?
Yeah, that's beautiful,
A-D-E-W-A-L-E. And
we got another nice one for you, Pompeii, which is a Gladiator movie in February, too.
Oh, man.
You know, you're going to see Adebisi in a skirt. And the axe doing them up. So watch out for that one.
Nice.
You don't have to rape anyone, right?
Always nice to come to see you guys,
Yeah, absolutely.
Man.
A lot of fun, man. Thanks for coming. Definitely. And Bill,
are we rapping?
I got a meeting.
The great Bill
I got
Burr
a meeting to go to. I'm psyched.
Plug Bill.
Of course.
I don't know if this ticket's available, but try for the Beacon Friday night. Bill's got 2 shows. Give it a shot. Sometimes they release tickets late. You might get something. And, of course, Monday Morning Podcast and BillBurr.com.
Various movies.
There's a million gigs to go to his website.
Hey, have they contacted you about the Breaking Bad sequel?
Oh, the
lawyer?
No.
Yeah. No?
They haven't. So
come on.
I was never able to guess which way that show was going. Every time I thought it was going left, it was going right. So if I had to guess what they're going to do, I think they're going to go back to what got Saul to Albuquerque.
Right, okay.
So I would guess if I was ever going to do it, it would be maybe towards the end.
You could pop in
Which would be
somewhere.
interesting, you know, with my hair thinning out, how they're going to do
How
that.
they're going to, they use some kind of CGI.
Because it is a prequel.
Hey, why does he have a football helmet on? It's just, don't explain it. He's just wearing one.
So, I don't know, but all I know is I'm going to watch every episode, and all the work that I've been getting is because of
Breaking Bad.
Vince Gilligan. I owe the little acting career I have. I owe to him.
You, you're one of the few that kind of make it through Breaking Bad. You're somewhere, but
I'm like Mr. Pink.
You survive.
I think Mr. Pink gets shot in the end if you listen.
I think he gets arrested. He might get shot and arrested. It doesn't seem fatal enough.
Dude, once you start shooting at cops, they're not going to try to take you in at that point.
Well, that's true.
I finally get to do it.
That was Reservoir Dogs. Yeah. But Bill kind of, he's somewhere. He's alive. And then your buddy is left in that room where they told him don't leave.
Fuel. They freaked him out.
It's hilarious. They freak him out. So he's just kind of sitting there.
He probably stayed there for a couple of days.
You think he was there for a couple of days and peeked out,
tiptoed
coast
away.
is clear.
Yeah.
He could fucking leave.
Who knows?
That was great. Yeah, the final episode was fucking really cool.
They did it. It's bittersweet that it's over. But I'm gonna buy the box set, and I'm gonna check out the Thor.
Yes, Thor.
What's the name of the movie?
Thor. The Dark World.
The Dark World. And IMAX. The real one.
Yeah, go see it in the real
the real one.
IMAX.
You can see somebody's head in front of you. You got ripped off.
Yeah. And if you can't see the IMAX, there's a special screening of it at the Comedy Works, November 15th and 16th, where I'll be doing my fucking shit act in Albany, which I fucking never draw people. Never do I. If I brought this entire room with me, that would be more people than I'm going to sell tickets.
I'll come see you, man. I'll come see you. I'll bring some people.
Yeah, just please, just fucking lay out in the first 10 rows. There's going to be nothing happening in that club.
Stretch out.
How do I not sell tickets in Albany? It's fucking awful.
Maybe this time
A bag of anthrax would have more people show up to fucking see it and handle it. All right.
Jim.
We're out. Bill Burr, pleasure seeing you, buddy.
Always.
All right,
Thanks, man.
We'll see you guys tomorrow.
Thanks, guys.